Have you ever realized how quick we are to forgive celebrities for some of the mistakes they made? So quick to forgive that we may have even forgotten about their wrongdoings, despite the severity of them. It seems to be their fame that serves as a shield, preventing them from bearing the brunt of their actions. In the dark world of Hollywood, here are 7 cases where famous people crossed the line and everyone forgot about it. Let's have a look. 1. Karl Malone. Let me tell you about Karl Malone, who was a giant that once walked on the NBA basketball courts. But behind the fame lies a shadow that stretches back to a fateful year, 1983. In Louisiana Tech University, Malone was in his 2nd year of college life. It was a time of wild dreams and a careless attitude. So, at those quiet moments in life, he met Gloria Bell. She was a 13-year-old girl, while he was a man of 20. Malone impregnated this minor girl whom he claimed was his girlfriend later. Her family didn't press charges, but they did something equally damning. The couple brought a paternity case to court. The courtroom was covered with whispers, and the atmosphere was tense with judgment. Malone, with his head held high, simply denied it. But truth is like a beast that claws its way out. When he saw that there was no way out of it, Malone negotiated terms with Bell's family and they came to an agreement. So this chapter ended, but there's more. You might be wondering what happened to the son. Gloria's son, Demetrius Bell, developed a habit of keeping things to himself to hide a mysterious secret. His father's name had the same effect on him as a storm cloud hanging over him. Think of young Demetrius, his gaze following the path of a ball traveling through the air as it was thrown. He was aware of them. The rumors, the stories of a man who played basketball like a champion, but never lived a champion's life. And then, fate intervened. The multi-billionaire himself, Karl Malone, was the one who came into Demetrius's situation. He said that it was too late for a father-son bonding, and you can just imagine how cruel that is. Now let's talk about Drake, the #1 hitmaker whose songs became your earphone anthems. But there are also the darker alleys, the place where the innocence meets the desire. You don't want to know what happened. Teenage stars, Millie Bobby Brown, Kylie Jenner, Billie Eilish were rumored to be groomed by Drake, the 36-year-old artist with a habit of crossing boundaries. Back to 17th May 2010. The Ogden Theater in Denver was beating to the rhythm of excitement. Drake was the up-and-coming artist, and the center stage was his. And there she was, a 17-year-old girl thrown into the limelight. His embrace was tighter than usual, and a hug he didn't want to let go. He took a breath of her hair aroma and found himself lost in that fleeting moment. The crowd cheered, completely unaware of what was happening behind the scenes. But wait, there's more. Kylie Jenner, Kardashian's heiress, was entwined in the rumor mill. A stealthy tango between Kylie and Drake. The whispers grew louder. And it happened. A memory popped up. A 27-year-old Drake at Kylie's Sweet 16 party. The cake, the candles, and him, the one who was so out of place. An instant frozen in time, a mosaic that doesn't quite match. It's a haunting refrain. No charges of crime, no cuffs. It is just unbelievable. 3. Soulja Boy. There is this case of Soulja Boy who has been fingered for some serious allegations of late. Nia Riley, the daughter of Teddy Riley, told the public that the Soulja Boy was the one who caused her to lose a baby she was carrying. That's heavy stuff. She said he kicked her in the abdomen when she was pregnant and it led to her miscarriage. Can you believe that? But wait, there's more. Soulja Boy does not have only one accusation. He has a wide variety of legal problems. Among all of it is the lawsuit from his former girlfriend, Kayla Myers, who alleged he pistol-whipped her, tied her up, and let someone else rape her. There is also the story of his ex-personal assistant, who claims he is a sexual predator and created a hostile work environment. And wait till you hear this. Soulja Boy had to pay $2 million in the case that is related to Myers' lawsuit. This is not a joke. It is a lot of money. So, what's the deal? Is it going to be that we are going to be just allowing celebrities to do this? Are we going to continue ignoring their actions that are so inhumane just because they are celebrities? 4. Mark Wahlberg. Do you recall the period when actor Mark Wahlberg was sent to prison for attacking a Vietnamese man who happened to be that year's victim? He was just 16 when that happened. The incident was indeed serious. Wahlberg had been charged with attempted murder, worried that he had blinded the man in one eye. But the plot changes here. Wahlberg, after that, admitted that the time of his life spent in prison helped him to see that his life had to be changed. He later became a famous actor, mostly known for his roles in movies like The Fighter and The Departed. Wahlberg's case was re-examined in Massachusetts this past month, and he applied for a pardon for the crime. He insisted that his charity work was evidence enough that now he has turned over a new leaf. Nevertheless, let us not forget Johnny Trin, the person Wahlberg hit. To be honest, this is the first time he opened up about those events that took place more than 2 decades ago. And guess what? He's forgiven Wahlberg. But no matter what, his action was very unethical and should be avoided by everyone. 5. Luis Fonsi. Consider Luis Fonsi, the man behind the smash hit Despacito. You may perceive him as just a charming vocalist, yet are you aware he left his wife amid her fight with breast cancer? Indeed, it's accurate. As his spouse, Adamari Lopez was braving life-threatening challenges. Fonsi chose to end their union. Can you imagine that? Rather than supporting her during this tough phase, he opted for divorce. And his justification for all the backlash? He suggested in a tweet that beneath his public appearance, he's a decent man. Yet many feel unconvinced. Countless retaliations surged in, blaming Fonsi for his conduct. Folks didn't hesitate to recall the abandonment of his wife in her time of dire need. One individual even responded, how could he claim to be good-hearted when he departed from his wife amidst her cancer ordeal? But the story doesn't end here. Adamari Lopez herself opened up about the hurtful remarks Fonsi allegedly made during her medical struggle. In a candid conversation, she shared that he voiced his disinterest in her as a woman due to the ongoing treatments. Can you envision absorbing such words from a cherished one? Lopez found that instance to be one of the most distressing phases of her life. She expressed that upon hearing those hurtful words from the man she trusted the most, her universe crumbled. This experience was significantly more intense for her than battling the ailment. It's a tale that tugs at your heartstrings, yet sadly, it isn't a rarity in the celebrity domain. That's just cruel. 6. John Travolta. Have you heard of John Travolta and Kelly Preston's son, Jet Travolta? His tragic death at just 16 shocked the world. According to reports, he fainted and collapsed in the bathroom of their vacation home in the Bahamas. His parents denied that he fell in the bathtub late Wednesday night and insisted it happened early in the morning before she was found. Jet's death brought attention to the discussion of his autism, although his mother only described him as having Kawasaki disease, a rare autoimmune disorder. In 2007, there were allegations that John and Kelly ignored Jet's autism. A neighbor who had an autistic child worried about the similarities in Jet's behavior. His proposals for an autism fundraiser were rebuffed, he said. But his accusations seemed to be based on little evidence beyond what he encountered at the restaurant and the Travolta organization. Speaking of Scientology, it is a controversial organization known for its denial of psychiatric treatment and skepticism about autism and other mental illnesses. This raises questions about Jet's care and treatment, especially considering conflicting reports of his situation and the role of Scientology in it. So you might be thinking, why would a parent deny their child a crucial medicine that could save his life? That's what John Travolta did, leading to his son's death. 7. Matthew Broderick. Last but not least, let's look at the case of Matthew Broderick. News came that the beloved actor was involved in a horrific car crash. You may remember him from such iconic roles as Ferris Bueller or as the voice of Simba in The Lion King. But on that fateful day in Ireland, tragedy struck. Broderick, then 25, was driving with his girlfriend, Jennifer Gray, when their car collided with another car, killing 2 women. It happened near Enniskillen in County Fermanagh, leaving Broderick with a broken leg and minor injuries. The aftermath of the accident was brutal. Broderick faced a charge of careless driving causing death at the Royal Victoria Hospital. Anne Gallagher, 28, and her mother, Margaret Doherty, 63, were the victims. Despite the severity of the case, Broderick appealed the hospital's temporary crutches. He was charged with the murder of Anne Gallagher, although it remains unclear why the charges were not expanded to the 2 victims. The gravity of the situation was shocking when Broderick was released on $200 bail. But if convicted, the possibility of a 10-year prison sentence would hang over him. For fans, it was a chilling reminder that celebrities can get away with the consequences of their actions. The incident raised questions about responsibility, accountability, and the unclear issues of justice. Some rallied behind Broderick, talking about his regrets and how tragic the accident was. Others questioned whether a name should protect anyone from punishment and demanded justice for the victims. So there you have it, the shocking tales of celebrities who got away with crimes. Feel free to watch earlier videos to delve into a world of surprising mysteries around the world. Click the links popping above, and I'll catch you in a minute.